What's up, everybody? We're just waiting about the last 12 minutes or so. Hold on a second. Just waiting on the last 12 minutes or so before the next Smash reveal, which I'll be doing a coverage. I figured it'd be something different for a change. You tell me I have a lot of Pokemon content on the channel, and I realize for the most part it is just Smash Brothers and Pokemon, but I mean, that's currently about the only thing going on. There's no DDLC content. Well, this is pretty important given that we're potentially going to get a new fighter, which everybody's been waiting on that. I could say that I've seen a lot of salt being thrown from the last Smash, or not the last Smash, but the last Nintendo Direct. Even though they did announce that there's going to be like an additional 200 and something more Pokemon. Something that people's been wanting for a while, and yet in the Direct it was something they didn't want. It just don't make any sense. Like, you guys asked for this. You guys were crying because of like the lack of Pokemon, and then when you guys get it, you complain about it because it's not the Smash thing. You guys only want things when you want it. Whatever though. So yeah, we got about 10 more minutes till the reveal, and then I'll be switching it over to YouTube, and we'll just pretty much watch it from there, see how things go. In the meantime, what better way to wait on Smash Brothers reveal than to actually play Smash Brothers? So we'll check that out. Kinda gotta watch from the camera. I'm doing a tabletop view. This is a different section or different part of the room than I'm used to for streaming or making videos. It's not really supposed to be like an actual live stream. This is just easier for me right now, and just in case anybody does buy some chintz, wants to come chat. And why not Congo Jungle? But yeah, my usual area is like over here, which I have a new setup. A little sneak peek of what's going on there. Okay, so who do I want to play as? Let me get on this side so you can hear this. Who do I want? You know what? I'll go with the one I really like, Lil Mac. And we will go up against about a random opponent. Fix this so you guys can see it a little bit better. Link. Look at that already. What's he like shielding for? When you shield from nothing, like, if you're that paranoid. There we go. That's how I like to start things off. Yeah, I've been waiting all night last night for this. I'm where you guys can probably see me through the reflection, but it's all good. I'm a tired mess. I just got off work and have not been to bed yet. But I was not going to miss this for nothing in the world. So, that's the thing. Alright, how about just a random stage? I'm going to stick with the Little Mac thing. So. I look like a mess right now. You guys just kind of got to excuse that if y'all see me through the reflection. Again, just got off work. So. And we're fighting Villager at the, what is this, the Street Fighter stage? I was gonna say it was a Kid Icarus one, but it's not. You know, Villager's kind of tough, you know, so I ain't gonna lie about that, but I think I got, well, her in this case. Yeah. I'm doing one stock because we literally got 10 minutes. I don't want to like be in the middle of a match and then the Smash Brothers Direct starts up right in the middle of it. That would just be kind of like a hard thing to jump out of. So, all right. Let's see. Again, we'll go random. Stick with the theme of Little Mac. Alright. See who we fighting now. Falco. That's something I don't see much. He's got the green. Another Donkey Kong stage, I believe. I think this is from Melee, I want to say it's from Melee, but I could be wrong. No, it's definitely from Melee, because now I'm having memories of this. Alright. Oh shit. What the fuck? I didn't mean to pick that up, but alright. Very assist trophy friendly in that. We got 5 minutes till we switch it over to Mr. Sakurai. And hear the next Smash reveal. Alright. What else? What else? What else? What else? Greninja. And the Wii Fit one, so good. I like this stage. We'll see how quick I can get him out. Stage like this. Oh, you want to make things a little bit difficult on me, don't you? That's fine. Uh-oh, we got Knuckles. Holy shit, he survived it. So we got... I threw a Pokeball and got a critical hit. That's fucking great. When you try to catch a Pokemon but you critical hit it and accidentally kill it. And you're a boxer. So. Alright. 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes, boys and girls. So we're going to do a couple more of these. And it'll be time. It'll be time. Luigi will play our... Oh god, it's that Picto Chat stage. I hate that one so bad. So hopefully I can... You know what? It did not quite work, but okay. Get him, Gray Fox. Just fuckhead out of here. Got him. Yeah, 32 coins. And if like, say, the reveal and he says it's released today, then yeah, I'm most definitely gonna be like, you know, jumping back on this as soon as it's over. Unless he gives a specific time. We'll do one more. And then, what am I gonna call it? Because it is literally got Yoshi. Oh, sweet. Kind of like this stage. It's from Mario Galaxy. The fuck? There we go. I'll probably get it off the tripod when, oh, I don't know, I might just leave, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We got 1 minute, so, yep, they're already starting on it.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakura, director of
All
Super
right.
Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC
Let me
fighter.
turn it up, get this thing off the tripod.
Even among Nintendo staff worldwide. The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy, which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
So we'll hopefully,
So it won't be available right away. Please
Oh,
understand
well.
that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo
Probably be about
employees
February.
will be surprised to see this and say, "Wow, really?" So let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However,
Oh,
even
boy.
if you say, "That's not the character I was picturing," I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We prepared
Right.
the fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it
oh
is.
my
pretty quickly.
god,
Now, let's do this.
oh my god. This shit's exciting, I don't know why, but it, alright, I'm gonna shut up now. What? Who the fuck
Time
is...
has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies.
What?
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
Yes. This
I
motherfucker
thought
said,
as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet, there is no other choice.
but to die.
You must join Smash.
Join Smash or die.
Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
What the fuck is this? Bless.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself.
I mean, I guess it's kind of cool. I mean,
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And
Oh.
you wield the sword as well? What will you do? Huh. So that is how
Okay.
you plan to win the day?
speaker.
So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
I mean, people did kind of expect that, so.
How is this?
You got like a wide variety of weapons?
Oh,
of anyone, you should be able to handle the hero's relics. With Eric by,
I just wish I knew more about these characters. That's the only problem I'm having right now.
Year's overwhelming power.
Like, fuck's sake, man.
Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught.
But they might be good.
Along with the sword of the creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Did I just see an army of ice climbers?
Now it's one. To you, both sides of time are revealed. Through Smash, show the world.
Of course. It's of course that new Fire Emblems game, so. And this motherfucker's got posters.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
And her.
This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pack.
Sweet.
And it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem?
If you don't know what Fire Emblem is, you shouldn't be
It's really
playing
hard to
Smash,
pronounce
because
in
there's like
Japanese.
more
The
than
producer said it's okay if I just say
50%
Fire Emblem.
of Fire Emblem is in
But
them.
when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical role-playing games. You might be wondering what makes it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates
Focus.
combat. You can think of it as moving pieces in a board game, or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other.
Wonder if we're gonna get any like
characters
new Mii costumes by that point, or is he gonna reveal it in this, or?
That's pretty direct language, though.
Or
so
what?
Perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
He works
But
with the
really,
mafia
if a
now,
character fell
guys.
in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone, and you couldn't use them again.
Admittedly,
Recent
I
entries
like
in
the way these
series
characters
maintain
look.
this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you. But a lot.
I mean, yeah, I was like, I like the way these characters look. My thoughts is like, I kind of wished it was something other than Fire Emblem, because we already have a fuck ton of Fire Emblem characters in Smash right now. But hey, they end up being good. Hey, I guess you know, like they said before, it don't matter who's in Smash as long as they're fun to play with. I guess I can kind of see it. I mean, and it's just the whole fact it's not just a Fire Emblem character, but it's also another gender swapping Fire Emblem character. They put Tharja in there. Okay, I'll give them a pass on that. Anyways, continuing on.
But a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
暗黒竜と光の剣、外伝、紋章の謎、聖戦の系譜、トラキア776、封印の剣、劣化の剣、聖魔の宝石、草原の奇跡、暁の女神、新暗黒竜、新紋章、覚醒イフ、ヒーローズ、エコーズ、風化設立。
There you go, 17.
Interesting.
今、変な数え方して
I didn't think about buying 3 houses. It looks very fun.
I was counting in binary.
つまり、これが全
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So, this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17. Awesome, isn't it? You can actually count up to 31.
Sakurai's a genius. I never even knew that shit.
And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023.
畳の数を数えるの数を
If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses?
It's a
In
game.
Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto, and the female version is called Beresu. But in English, they share the same name, Violet.
I like that.
Violet becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their region.
I'm gonna put it down.
It's a very sad
Tripod
game
up.
in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
And why couldn't you? I mean, I'm not complaining about the Zelda they chose,
There
but
being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard.
no, we just want to pack our game full of Fire Emblem characters.
And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference.
Damn it. Sorry about this, y'all. I'm just trying to get everything together. I'm tired of holding this phone.
Multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Yeah, I mean, hell, some people...
Before my demonstration, I should point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release.
Oh my
Right
god.
now, it's actually November.
Jeez.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
As it was with Terry.
As always, I'm using a special
Stick the
in-game
bottle out.
camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
See all my trash here, guys. It's just fucking beautiful, ain't it? I mean,
So, this is our new fighter, Violet. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Violet uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator
That's one of the
here is
stages.
Violet's
I like
default
it.
weapon.
Looks
They use it
interesting.
for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. they also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their
I
up
mean-
smash attack, they'll whip.
Fire Emblem has its own little charm, I guess. Yeah, I just think that there needs to be a little more variety. A lot of Mario characters, a lot of damn Pokemon, and then Fire Emblem just tends to be the thing that just sticks. I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around that.
Whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this. It was pretty terrifying.
Just shows
going knocked
Sakurai
into
really
the
likes
air
it,
with
I
an
guess.
attack.
I guess it's
And
really
in
it matters.
You can do awful things like this. That said, you'll launch opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage. Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now, for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
I love that stage though. So if there's anything to
Also,
look
if you add an upward tilt,
forward to,
it will
it's
be
that
stronger.
stage.
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them.
Am I off on the 28th? I'm gonna look that up real quick.
By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch
It'll have to
opponents
be like
far.
the 30th whenever I'm able to
That's
live
why, as a
stream
rule,
Blith or Blyeth or however the fuck you say this.
Or downward in this case. Next, the side
Look at the
special.
wiggly camera, guys.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like this.
Blyeth,
And
okay.
again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Yeah, we
Devastating strike. It's a bold
devastating
move,
strike.
similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move,
I just don't want too much of this like spoiled. I want to see how she plays.
which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays out like this.
Oh fuck!
It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due to the super armor effect, you have the advantage. Unless you get grabbed.
Unless you get grabbed.
Another notable aspect is
Don't
that it
get
lets you
grabbed,
pass
guys.
through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move. The swing takes
I
a
can't
while,
lie, I'm a little excited.
so if
You
an
know.
opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents. Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby
Yeah, strike
will
that
be
kid
launched
with a
from
sword.
above. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It get hit with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this can just get you hit by counter after counter.
Wait a minute.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail,
What is that
which
stage?
shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible. Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So, you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophis and launch an attack together.
Sophis is her name.
Now, let's talk about the color variations. It's set up so that the default and odd-numbered color variations are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders. Those of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to.
I also get Pokemon Go vibes from
The
this.
sixth color is based on Sophis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
I guess. I don't know. Shit. Happened so fast. Garrig Monastery. Oh, that's the
I'll
stage.
introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garrig Monastery. This is how Garrig Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's House, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say.
Doodoo?
They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus.
His name is Doodoo, guys.
That means they have a monarchy.
Let's be mature here.
I guess you could say Dimitri is the future
His
king.
name is fucking
He had quite a
Doodoo.
difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. Won that one. There are vendors on either side.
And something just
In
vibrated.
the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things. But can break them, you see. If you do break them,
What is going on here?
the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper.
From Morshoe.
You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to them a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform. Just when it seems like you've come to a stop,
I think somebody tried to message me, but it's kind of hard for me to.
crashing back down. You've broken through the
check
ceiling
that
and
right
slammed
now.
into the building. And the guests in the reception hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take note, it's not spelled Edelgard. They're from the Adressian Empire. And as such, they
It
embrace
looks like
the
it's spelled
military
Edelgard to me.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the conflict.
Okay.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
Okay.
You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down.
Oh, it's kind of like the Little Mac thing.
However, Violet can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach
What?
it with other fighters, though. So, it's
Then
nice
how
if
did
you
he
can
get
work
him-
your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone.
Oh, he used
There
the
we
other
go.
fighter.
You made
Okay.
it. And you can knock it down.
I was about to say,
you
like,
can break
can't
this
make it,
table,
but he shows them in it.
like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent
Yeah.
into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area.
You can tell this is still in
It's very
development,
wide
or
indeed.
at the time.
It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch.
Right.
Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also
Some
say
more,
it's a
get
place
some
for the
closer range. I'm tired of holding this stupid tripod.
I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
I do like his stage. This is very, very nice. Very nice.
The last area is the cathedral,
Cathedral.
only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the cathedral are Seta, Flame, and Rhea. There's Seta, who appears to have an extremely strong
I don't
bond
know
with his
shit
sister,
about
Flame.
three houses.
She
so
seems to
I
be under the
wouldn't know.
protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flame might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Implying you have that in
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker.
The new
Joker!
Joker!
And Hero! Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo! By now, I think you know
Tommy
what I'm doing.
Wiseau!
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the professor here. But
Shaquille
as expected,
O'Neal!
it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Dio Brando!
It's not going to land that easily.
Shrek!
Uh-oh, this is bad. Mannequins. I better keep my distance. I'll use this chance to attack. Got him. That's scary. He's invincible for a moment here. Lots of explosives. Ouch. Perfect shielded that, huh? Good one. If I do this, or like so.
Like it is.
No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected. Good, there's Mom.
Good, there's Mom.
You're in
Mother
a good
brain.
spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Oof.
I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it. But I
Yeah,
mustn't
you
give
were
up.
like way off from.
I can't waste the chance.
Okay.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now, what are you charging up for?
I'm gonna have
There's
to
still
check
more.
out 3 houses. It just looks
Wow.
interesting.
Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him.
Got him.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Song collection.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English.
Nice.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well.
Oh yeah.
We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters.
For stars, yeah.
Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history.
Cool.
The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Okay,
Now for the
right
Mii
now
Fighter
you got me
costumes.
curious.
Please take a look.
Oh shit. Picture Mii Fighter costumes. This is where my money's going. What? What? Are you fucking kidding me? I guess this is Ubisoft or Ubisoft stuff. Altier, oh my god though. Altier. Uh-oh, more Mega Man X. X. Yes. Mega Man Battle Network. Mega Man EX. Oh my god. Holy shit, who else? What? What? Wait. I I fucking can't. Oh. First Sans? Now Cuphead? First Sans, now Cuphead. Whew. You're spoiling it. I think I'm excited about the fighters, don't get me wrong, but...
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
Yeah.
And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added.
Of course.
It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
Oh my god.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it.
What?
And now, onto the amiibo.
Richter and Dark
The
Samus.
color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
17. Okay. Ah, damn. 5 fighters
はい
going.
そして今回
And now, with the addition of Violet, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete.
Yeah.
The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
Is it Byleth or
From more
Blythe?
than
I
70
can't-
fighters, only 5 have been added.
だけれども元々が
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
Right.
There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play. As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought
Oh,
that
hell yeah.
1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh my god, we're getting 5 more? 6 more?
Looks like there will be 1 more fighter than last time.
Holy.
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
Yeah,
And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed.
why are you sorry
like last
about
time,
that? I
I'd
mean,
be
I think
very
that how
grateful
it's
if,
always
despite
been?
that, you would understand why and purchased it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it.
Oh yeah.
We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have. It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword Fighter, the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That's cool.
This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Oh, I'm definitely getting that shit. Lastly.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world.
Uh-huh.
personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a
Yeah.
fighting game around the world.
Kind of is.
海外でファイティングですね。今まで、
Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if you really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that
Probably,
really
given that
qualifies
there's
as
like
one
100
game.
ports, just like
It's up for
Doom.
discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is number 1.
I mean, it is the biggest mashup
Although,
game.
I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game.
No. A lot more
I feel
to it
like
than
it's
that.
become more than a fighting game. Some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely.
It's a fucking Super Bowl of gaming. I would feel, well,
Also,
at least Nintendo.
I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters.
I bet.
非常に感慨深いものを覚えています。
Motherfucker worked his ass off for
The
this.
first Fighters Pass just wrapped up,
が、やっぱり
but it was decided that there would be more DLC,
これからも休みは
which
な
means
さそうだな
no breaks for
と
me.
思っています。
I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
それでは以上です。
That's it.
お疲れ様で
Thank
す。
you.
How you feel, Sakurai? Ain't no break at all. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad this. What the fuck? Alright, well, I think that's about it. So, my thoughts, ultimately, no pun intended. I like it. I like the new fighters they revealed. I mean, Byleth or whatever from Three Houses. I can't help but feel a little bit of salt that it's just more Fire Emblem being pumped into the game, but like he said, it's not about who's in the game, it's if those characters are actually fun to play with. And I really think they look interesting, and it's actually got me interested in how Fire Emblem Three Houses is. It's probably going to be like a game that I pick up at some point. But anyways, how about those Mii Fighter costumes, huh? Cuphead, Altier, all the Mega Man ones, and then Rabbids. But mainly Cuphead and Altier. And, you know, six more fighters coming to Smash. So we got a lot more to look forward to. So all of you people that are hoping for things, you might just get it. So, well, that's my thoughts on it. Can't wait until January 28th, even though I'm not going to be home that day. I'm going to be working. I'll probably live stream some stuff on the 30th. Hopefully by then I'll also have a little bit of cash in my pocket so I can get that, I can pre-purchase that, the Fighter Pass 2. Because I wouldn't mind having the damn, that Breath of the Wild Mii costume as well. And just, I won't have to individually buy each of those characters that come out. Alright, well I think that wraps it up. Thank you guys for joining me. And you have a good one. I am out.